EastEnders troubled teen Joel Marshall once more finds himself on a collision course with Ravi Gulati this week, as Ravi delivers a chilling warning that could change everything. Tensions between the two have been steadily mounting in recent episodes, ever since Ravi uncovered the truth about Joel's secret relationship with his daughter, Avani Nandra Hart. Their clashes have only intensified, with emotions running high on both sides. Joel, already unstable and misguided in his thinking, attempted to confront Ravi head-on after learning that Avani had made the difficult decision to end her pregnancy earlier this month. His reckless actions only deepened Ravi's fury, leaving Joel in even more dangerous territory. However, upcoming scenes reveal that Joel's troubles are far from over. In a twist of fate, he is unwittingly dragged into Ravi's illicit drug operation, binding him tighter to the criminal underworld than he ever anticipated. What follows is another explosive face-off between the pair, one that threatens to spiral completely out of control. On Monday's episode of EastEnders, Joel Marshall sets his sights on raising the cash he needs to buy tickets to see the controversial, misogynistic influencer he's become obsessed with online. His father, Ross Marshall, firmly refuses to fund his plans, leaving Joel frustrated and desperate. Determined to get the money by any means necessary, Joel tries his luck with Ian Beale, asking the local businessman for work. But Ian, unimpressed, quickly turns him away. Just when it seems like Joel has hit a dead end, an unexpected chance presents itself. Harry Mitchell approaches him with a shady offer: wipe data from a stash of stolen phones. As longtime viewers will know, these phones have been swiped by Ravi Gulati's and Harry's associate Oki, who has been running a series of thefts across Walford. Among his loot is a particularly important device, Cat Moon's phone, which contained a crucial voicemail left by Alfie Moon. The message revealed Alfie's secret recent contact with Cat's daughter, Zoe Slater, a truth that could blow the family apart if exposed. When Ravi realizes Joel may have come too close to this sensitive information, he delivers a menacing warning, making it crystal clear that Joel is treading on dangerous ground. But what Ravi doesn't realize is that Joel has already dragged someone else into the mess. In a reckless move, Joel enlists his mate Tommy Moon to help him with the phones. The twist? Tommy ends up handling his own mum Cat's stolen mobile, and it isn't long before he stumbles across Alfie's explosive voicemail. With the truth now in Tommy's hands, the fallout threatens to tear through Walford in ways no one could have predicted. EastEnders Review: Sex, Drugs and Chicken Wings. What did you think of EastEnders this week? Our weekly Walford recap shows the square's residents in a rather frisky mood, with 3 different couples either sparking new romances or patching things up. Great news for fans rooting for Pravi, but perhaps less enjoyable for those cringing at George and Nicola's antics. Not that their fling looks set to go the distance. With Nicola's son Harry falling under George's suspicion after Kojo's drug ordeal, it seems inevitable that George and Mama Mitchell will clash. Another duo who weren't exactly loved up were Phil and Julie. They may not have a wedding ring between them, but the way they squabble, you'd think they'd been married for decades. Step aside, Lauren and Peter. Something must have been in Walford's water supply this week. For starters, Gina and Harry finally chose to commit to each other after months of on-again, off-again hesitation. Yet with George convinced Harry supplied Kojo with drugs, and Harry's shady links to Ravi and Oki's scheme, could their romance collapse before it even has a chance? And is it wise for 2 people with troubled histories of drug misuse to even be in a relationship together? Meanwhile, George's earlier effort to call it quits with Nicola didn't exactly hold up, as he quickly gave in to desire. Bonding over their daddy issues, it wasn't long before clothes were flying and the pair were back to hooking up in the office. Their reunion didn't last long. After George openly accused Harry of supplying Kojo with drugs, he quickly found himself clashing with Nicola. It's unlikely she'll tolerate anyone slandering her son, even if the accusations have merit, so it's hard to imagine her romance with George lasting much longer. Meanwhile, Priya and Ravi also rekindled their spark after ending up back in bed together. But with Ravi's shady side business escalating, their renewed fling already looks shaky. We'd love to see them work things out, but could Ravi's drug dealings end up tearing apart all three couples? As if Oki hadn't already given us enough reason to despise him, he went and coined the nickname Slow Joe. After convincing Kojo to let his crew crash at the flat, Oki wasted no time in turning it into their personal HQ. Naturally, this left Kojo anxious, and Oki only escalated the situation by literally handing him a pill to calm down. Things came to a head when George discovered his brother unconscious and set his mind on proving Harry was the culprit. Luckily, Harry managed to smooth things over before Oki's plan to get rid of George came to pass. Still, George isn't buying Harry's innocence. And speaking of Harry, he really endured a rough week, first with Ravi busting up his hand, and then with George threatening him in the bar. Huge EastEnders star quits showbiz for sudden move to India to practice religion. A popular EastEnders actor is said to be making a shock move to India to dedicate himself to the Hare Krishna faith. Bobby Brazier, son of Jade Goody and Jeff Brazier, is reportedly stepping away from the entertainment industry altogether. He became a household name in 2022 after joining the soap as Freddie Slater, a role that even bagged him a national television award. Outside of Walford, he impressed on the 21st series of Strictly Come Dancing in 2023, finishing as runner-up, and later scooped a National Film Award UK for his part in Curfew. Despite this momentum, reports suggest Bobby has chosen to give up his rising career to fully embrace Hare Krishna, a branch of Hinduism. According to insiders, he plans to live in a spiritual commune in India once he wraps up his final episodes as Freddie. Speaking to The Sun, a source explained, Bobby is over the moon about moving to India. He's been sharing his excitement with friends and explaining his devotion to Hare Krishna. He's a lovely young man with good intentions, but many are shocked that he's turning his back on such a promising career while he's riding high. The insider added that the actor intends to remain in India for at least a year, though there's a chance he may return to acting once he's back in the UK. The Mirror has contacted his representatives for a statement. The 22-year-old, who joined EastEnders in 2022, quickly became a fan favourite as Freddie Slater. His character's gripping storylines included the emotional revelation about his biological father and a budding romance with Anna Knight. Back in June, it was revealed that Bobby would be exiting the soap later this year. Since then, the actor has spoken openly about what could be next for him once he leaves Albert Square behind. At the National Film Awards, where he collected a trophy for his performance in the Paramount Plus drama Curfew, Bobby admitted he's not entirely sure what path he'll take. Speaking to OK Magazine, he said, "I don't know. I suppose that's just the nature of this industry. You can never predict what's coming until you go after it. But I'd love to try out different roles so I can figure out what I enjoy, what I excel at, and what I still need to improve." Although Bobby's departure from EastEnders has now been confirmed, show bosses were reportedly eager to keep him on. A spokesperson for the soap said, "We can confirm Bobby Brazier will be leaving EastEnders, and we wish him every success moving forward." EastEnders continues Mondays to Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. on BBC One, with episodes also dropping from 6 a.m. the same day on BBC iPlayer.